Elon Musk's artificial intelligence chatbot Grok issued an apology over the weekend after it made numerous anti-Semitic social media posts. And some of those comments, they went as far as praising Hitler. All of this raising questions about a need for more regulation of new tech. Joining me now, someone who is asking those very questions in her new thriller novel, Coded Justice, hitting shelves tomorrow. Former Georgia House Minority Leader Stacey Abrams. Stacey, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
You cover so much in your books. I mean, from your Selena Montgomery days now to Avery Keene. What inspired Avery Keene and what made you want to take on this topic in particular?
Avery Keene was born out of a story I wanted to tell almost a decade ago about the Supreme Court and what it feels like to have responsibility but no power. And so that was the very first Avery Keene novel, While Justice Sleeps. She came back having created a lot of havoc and showed up in Rogue Justice to address the question of what do you do when the system fails you and who's responsible. And this one is about what happens when the right intentions turn dastardly.
When you say responsibility but no power, explain that.
I wanted Avery to begin her story and her journey as a law clerk, meaning that she was thrust into this situation where she actually had the life of a Supreme Court justice in her hand. But she could not have, she didn't have the authority, she had the authority, but she didn't have the power to make big decisions. She had to navigate within a system that wasn't designed for her. And I wanted her to choose to do something, as opposed to a lot of our hero stories where you have no choice but to act. She had a choice, and I wanted her to make the affirmative decision to lean in, because too often we feel like we can't do something unless we have to, and often it's because we have responsibility, but we don't think we have the power to make things right. And sometimes not having the power is just not an excuse.
So stepping into the real world, what does that affirmative choice look like when it comes to the regulation of things like AI and what we saw happen just over the weekend?
Exactly. So Avery Keene in this book is brought on as an internal investigator. She's left the Supreme Court behind, and she's now working for a tech firm. That tech firm is trying to do the right thing with AI. They're trying to address the biases. I mean, what we saw happen over the weekend was about having a language model that was trained on epithets and hatred and venom. And that's what happens when the technology learns the wrong thing, it produces the wrong thing. So she's brought in because the company wants to do the right thing. The problem is you can't undo centuries of bad action with good intention. And sometimes even our best intentions run into our ambitions. And so she's got to help navigate that for her client, who may or may not be the good guy.
And they run into the structures that sometimes, as you mentioned, aren't built for our inclusion. You said this to some of our friends this weekend on MSNBC, and I was fascinated. You said, quote, if you can control data, you can control dissent. If you can control the algorithm, you can decide who gets privilege and who doesn't. You can target communities you don't like.
And that's exactly what we are watching happen. When there was a narrative during the mega bill debate about whether AI should be regulated or not, that wasn't coming out of thin air. It was states that are looking at the issues that Joy Buolamwini looks at in Unmasking AI, where discrimination can be built into the system, where, yes, it's great if you can walk up to your building and it can scan your face, but what if it runs that through a database and falsely matches you to a criminal? You now have entire communities that are at risk because we haven't trained the data to do the right thing.
And it needs to be upgraded.
It needs to be upgraded. But we also have to ask hard questions. Who's in charge? What decisions are they making? And who are they thinking about when they make those decisions?
We thank you for watching. And remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.